Well, welcome to United Cadres Front TV, the TV station of the only recognized umbrella body of cadets in Ghana. Today we are here as members and supporters of the National Democratic Congress, having been cadets since the formation of revolutionary mass movements in this country. And we are here as people who have seen the groundswell of revolution, the incarnation and the declaration of working for the interests of the people in this country. Today we have metamorphosed into a multi-party state, and so we have cadets partaking in the discourse of democracy. But they say democracy is a government by the people, for the people, working in the interests of the people. And here we are again as National Democratic Congress. We are people who subscribe to our roots principles. And that in multi-party context is social democracy. And so today we are here to discuss what about social democracy that the National Democratic Congress government, which has struck 1 year of governance, what about social democracy that it has manifested, it has pursued, and is gunning for? Well, today, to help us understand this and to give us the details of social democracy in practice is Dr. William Ahadzie of the Institute of Social Democracy, the party school of the NDC, Ghana Institute of Social Democracy. So welcome to United Cadres from Doc.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Yes, and let's get it to where it begins. Every party, before one goes even to compete for power, the party states its goals, intentions, philosophy, and the rest. And that is normally found in the party manifesto. Now, the party that is called National Democratic Congress came onto the campaign trail with a 2024 manifesto. So, can you please tell us what in the 2024 manifesto were social democratic principles that the party proposed to pursue when it comes to government?
Thank you very much. First of all, let me also say that the social democratic principles of the NDC is also contained in its constitution, the party constitution, Article 5 of the party constitution. And it says in principle that NDC is a social democratic party that believes in the egalitarian treatment of virtually everybody, irrespective of your social, economic, educational, cultural background in a multi-party environment. What that means essentially is that the party does not discriminate against anyone on the basis of what they believe in, what their educational qualifications or statuses are, what their income status is, or whether they are men or women, whether they are Christians or Muslims. So it's a party that promotes inclusive governance and a non-discriminatory approach to delivering on its mandate. So that is the first thing we need to take note of. This particular constitutional provision drives all the things that the party is supposed to do. Now, the NDC transitioned, as you said, from a radical socialist movement into a social democratic governing system. Now, social democracy as an ideology or as an identity of a party operates on some value systems, or if you like, core values. They regulate, they underpin the conduct and the decisions of the party. What are these ones? And they came from our revolutionary background, as you said. The values of equality, equity, solidarity, transparency, accountability, and probity. These are the drivers of conduct and decisions that any person who belongs to the social democratic system or who belongs to the NDC is expected to go by. So these are our core value system. But we also have principles that drive social democratic policies and programs. And so these guided us in the formulation of the policies that we embedded in the 2024 manifesto. Now, if you look at the manifesto, the major consideration of the manifesto this time around, and different manifestos are different themes. The major theme of the 2024 campaign manifesto was to ensure that the country that had come under all sorts of inefficient arrangements needed to be reset. Basically, the systems and the structures that were operating were not opening up opportunities for ordinary Ghanaians to participate in generating national wealth, and it didn't also offer opportunities for fair distribution of national resources. And so the 2024 manifesto had this major theme of ensuring that all the poor and the weak governance structures under the previous regime are improved. And then on top of that, it chose a number of key activities that will respond to the cries of Ghanaians. One of them was unemployment. It was extensive, the youth. And you know that we have a youthful population. The statistics show that the unemployment rate was growing, and in fact had grown from what was prevailing in 2016 to 2024. It had virtually doubled. The unemployment rate had doubled. So what it meant was that the system was not able to open up opportunities for increasing employment. So one of the core objectives of the 2024 manifesto of the NDC is to create avenues that will create jobs for the youth. And so we have the manifesto motto, if you like, as jobs, accountability, and prosperity. Jobs to respond to the need, the growing demand of our youthful population for employment. Accountability was to reflect the fact that public officials who are loaned political power for 4 years account for their stewardship. If you are given the opportunity to conduct public service, you have to ensure that you are accountable to the people who gave you the power. Then the third dimension of our manifesto is also prosperity. You need to create conditions, you need to introduce policies and programs that would enable people who are living in bad circumstances, people who are extremely impoverished by government policies, move out of poverty and indeed continue to increase their living conditions. So jobs, accountability, and prosperity became the drivers of the policies that are contained in the manifesto. And indeed, each of the sectors had these underlying considerations in the proposals that have been put there, in the policies that have been proposed. So that is what the manifesto sought to do. So if you see government, the NDC in government, and you see all the changes that are occurring, they are responding to the issues that are captured in the manifesto, which themselves are based on the party's social democratic values.